Hello, all my dear students. My name is Ajay Gulati. Welcome to the Seasons Rank Zone Academy. I am your friend and mentor for the quantitative aptitude classes, and this is your lecture number 3 for the number system topic. And it's a very interesting topic, and I am sure you will enjoy it. Today we will be dealing in students. The topic that we will be dealing today will be prime numbers. Okay, so let me start with the very basic of prime numbers. Before I teach you prime numbers, I will tell you a few other things so that you can understand the concept easily. Before telling you prime numbers, I will tell you a concept called factor. Okay, what is the concept called factor? What does it mean? See, suppose I take a number 12. So I know 12 is divisible by 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 12, so on. So that way, what I can say is 12 has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 numbers which divide 12. 12 is divisible by 6 numbers. So that way I can say 12 has 6 factors. I take another number 7. 7 is divisible by 1 and 7. So that way I can say 7 has 2 factors only. 7 has only 2 factors. Let's talk about 1. 1 is divisible 1 is divisible by 1 only. 1 is divisible by 1 only. In such a case, what I'll say, if 1 is divisible by 1 only, then I can say 1 has only one factor. Only one factor, and that factor is 1. Getting it, dear students? So 1 has only one factor, and that particular factor is 1 only. So far, things must be clear to you. So if I talk about numbers, there are three types of number based on the factors. Okay, based on the based on the number of factors, there are three types of numbers. Let me change the color for this. Based on the number of factors, there are three types of numbers. Okay, these are the numbers are 1. The numbers are 1, prime numbers, and composite. There are three types. These are the types. Let's say type A, type B, type C, type 1, type 2, type 3. Now, number of factors. How many factors these numbers have? One has only one factor. Prime numbers have two factors. Prime numbers have only two factors. What are the two factors? 7, we saw 7 has only two factors, the number 1 and the 7. So prime numbers has only two factors. Let's say a prime number is P. A prime number is P. So it has only two factors. What are those factors? Those factors are 1 and P. Okay. Then talk about composite numbers. Composite numbers are those which has more than three factors. Which have more than three factors. Clear? Clear to all? Okay, so this was the basic classification based on the number of factors. So now let's consider some prime numbers. Okay, let's write down some prime numbers. First of all, j- all the prime numbers, all the prime numbers are odd. All the prime numbers are odd, but 2 is a prime number. 2 is a prime number which is even. Which is which is even we can write it like this: all but two prime are odd. So what is it? But 2 is the prime number which is even. So what I can say from this directly is 2 is the only prime number which is even. Rest all other prime numbers are odd. Okay, I can write it like this: 2 is the only even prime number. 2 is the only even prime number. Rest all prime numbers are odd. This is one thing. Second thing. The second thing is, let me show you how these are prime. 2 has how many factors? 2 is divisible by only 1 and 2, so 2 is a prime. 3 is divisible by 1 and 2, 3 is 1 and 3, 3 is a prime. 5 is divisible by 1 and 5, it is a prime. All these are prime, okay? All these are prime. Let's talk about 5. 4. 4 is divisible by 1 to 4. 6 is divisible by 1, 2, 3, 6. So these numbers are composite numbers. These numbers are composite numbers. I think so far things are clear. Okay, let's move ahead now. If I move further ahead, let's write down some prime numbers. See, if I write down, let's count the prime numbers: 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23, 20, and up till 30. Okay, up to 30, how many? Up to 30, how many prime numbers are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have up to 30, 10 prime numbers. Then let's count from 30 to 50. 31, 37, 41, 43, 47. These are how many prime numbers? These are 5 prime numbers. But if I count from 1 to 50, from 1 to 50 we have how many? From 1 to 50 we have 15 prime numbers. Okay, if I write now from 50 to 100, what are the numbers? 53, I write from behind. 53, 59, 61, 67, 71, 73, 79, 83, 89, 97. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 more. But if I talk from 1 to 100, 1 to 100, how many prime are there? Total 15 prime numbers. Getting it, my dear friends? So we have discussed there are total 15 prime numbers from 1 to 100. From 1 to 50, there are 15 prime numbers. And from 1 to 30, from 1 to 30, we have 10 prime numbers. I hope that part is clear. Okay. Now let's move to the next part of from this. Okay. Now students, how to check if a number is prime? How do we check whether the given number is prime? To check if a number is prime, okay? How will I check that? Let's say randomly I'm given a number 101. I am specifically checking 101 because I know this is a very important number when it comes to the concept of prime. See, how do I check whether a number is prime or not? Let me, first of all, I write down the number, let's say over here. Okay, 101. First of all, see, if a number has a unit date, let's say part A. If other than 2, 3, okay, other than 2, 3, and 5, other than 2, 3, and 5, if any number, if any number has unit digit, if any number has unit digit as 235. Okay, it means other than single digit numbers. These are what? These are single digit numbers. Other than single digit numbers, other than single digit 235, if any number has its unit digit as 2, 3, or 5, then it cannot be prime. Oh, I'm very sorry. What I'm writing has digit other than 2.5. It has unit digit 2, 4, 6, 8, 0, and 5. Okay. If any number terminates with either 2, 4, 6, 8, 0, or 5, then it cannot be prime. This is part A. Then comes other thing. Okay. Divide the number by 6. You divide the number by 6. Okay. If you divide the number by 6, if see, first of all, you check this rule. What is the last digit? If the last digit is, I can write it over here like this. If the last digit is either 1, 3, 7, or 9, okay, then you divide the number by 6. Then you divide the number by 6. Okay. If the remainder is 3, I'll show it to you entirely. If the remainder is 3, the number is not prime. If after dividing by 3, the number, if after dividing by 3, the remainder by 6, the remainder is 3, then the number is not prime. Okay. But if the remainder is 1 or 5, then the number could be prime. Even then also there is no surety. Then the number could be prime. See, so far what we have done is, so far we were eliminating. That is, we were trying to eliminate that the number is not a prime. We were trying to prove that the number is not prime. But if the remainder comes out to be 1 or 5, then what I'll do, then I'll have to check the whether the number is prime. How will I check? How will I check? Look, how do I check? Let's take a number example. Part 3, last final step. Okay. What is the final step? This is a very important step. You will love it. The final step is take the under root of the number. Let's say 101. Okay. If I take the under root of this number, what is the under root of this number? That will be 10.09 something. Okay. Now what you will do? If consider consider all the numbers, all the prime numbers less than the under root. Consider all the prime numbers less than the under root. Now divide the number. Now divide the number. Now divide the number by all the prime numbers. Okay. Divide the number by all the prime numbers less than the under root. Less than the under root. When I do such a thing, if the number is divisible by any of the number, if the number is divisible by any of the prime numbers, then the number is definitely not prime. Is definitely not prime. And it is then the and if it is not divisible by any number, and if it is not divisible by, if it is not divisible by any number, then it is prime. So we have literally shortened the method of checking. What I do, I will just check if the number is divisible by the prime factors lesser than the number. If it does not happen, then the number is prime. Let's take a very good example of this. As I told you, 101 under root of 101 will be 10 point something. I really don't know what it will be, but it will be 10 point something. So what I'll do, divide 101 by all the prime numbers lesser than under root 101. What are the prime numbers lesser than under root? They are 2, 3, 5, 7. That's all. These are the numbers. But the very first step which I told you, it excluded 2, 3, 5. Now you don't need to do. Okay. See, uh, 2 and 5 we don't need to check because we have checked the digit whether it is even or not. Okay. So you can even forget that sixth step, that divide by 6. What you do is take the under root. See, check the digit. The digits are not 2, 3, 5, 4. Sorry, 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, and 0. You just take the under root and divide by 3, 2, 3, 5, 7. 2 and 5 you don't need. Divide by 3 and 7. 101 is clearly not divisible by 3. 101 if I divide by 7. 98 is divisible by 7. So 101 is not divisible by 7. So I can say 101 is definitely prime. I will take few more examples, don't worry. Okay, suppose I take 167. I know what is under root 169, that is 13, so it will be 12 point something, 12.9. So now what I'll do, I need to check 167. What I'll do, I'll divide under root 167, that is 12.9. So I will divide under root 167 by what are the prime numbers? 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17. Okay, we don't need to go till here. Let's divide by, I told you 2 and 5 you don't need to divide. Let's divide by 3, 7, 11. What will happen is 167 divided by 3, not divisible. 1 plus 6, 7, 7 plus 7, 14, not divisible. Okay, it is not divisible. Then 7, see, again not divisible. 7, if you write this number as 160 and 7, you know 7 is divisible by 7, but 160 is not divisible by 7, so this is not divisible by 7. Then we have last number is 11. Let's check by 11. What is the divisibility rule of 11? You sum these two digits. This is 8. Subtract this. 8 minus 6. 8 minus 6 is 2. That is not 0. So also not divisible by 11. Therefore, 167 is prime. I am sure it must be clear to all of you. Should I take one more example? Yes, I can take one more example. Let's take one more example. Uh, 117 I was thinking, but 117 is easy. It is divisible by 3. So students, let's start with the question now. What do we have? The sum of all the prime numbers between 30 and 42 is, this is a very easy question actually. You really won't need to struggle for this. So let's start. Let me just open the document. I have screen in front of me right now. Yeah, now. The sum of all the prime numbers between 30 and 42. What are the numbers between 30 and 42? 30. What are the numbers after 30? 31 is prime, 37 is prime, 41 is prime. Do I see any other prime number between 31 and 42? No, no other prime numbers exist. If I need to sum them up, 1 plus 7 plus 1 is 9, 3 plus 3, 6, 6 plus 4, 10, 109 is your answer. So easily done, my dear students. Okay, let's move to the next one. The next question we have is, Sum of all the prime numbers between 58 and 62. Let's say all the numbers greater than 52 which are prime. 59, 59. Then we have then we have 61. So 59 and 61. What is the sum of these two? 59 plus 61 is 0, then 120. So easily done. Option number C is our answer. I hope it's clear to all of you. Let's move to the next one. Sum of all the prime numbers between 60 and students, believe me, we will be doing very good questions on prime numbers also. These are easy. I'll do very good questions also. Okay, 60 and 80. 60. Let's start. Numbers are 61. 63 is not prime number. 67 is prime. 69 is not prime number. 71 is prime. 73 is prime. 79 is prime. Okay, do we have any other number? No. Okay, now if I apply the logic now, these are five numbers, all of them greater than 60. Therefore, the sum has to be greater than 60 into 5. That is, the sum will be greater than 300. लो भाई 1 घंटा कॉल पर रखा मत काट दिया बिना बात के। सर जब मैं वीडियो बना रहा हूँ ना सर, तो मेरे पीछे मत आना क्योंकि रिकॉर्डिंग हो रही होती है ना सामने से। देखो ये देखिए, देखिए कोई बात नहीं, वो ऐसे ही इशारा कर रहा है। मैं ये देखो, ये ना वीडियो बन रहा है तो यार ये वीडियो बेचना है ना मेरे को, मतलब कि किसी के कहने पे बना रहा हूँ मैं। वो लेगी साउथ इंडिया की कंपनी, मैं अपने आप नहीं बना रहा है, मतलब मेरे को किसी ने बोला मैं बना। अरे अमर, तू ही कान में लटका के रख लेना, जब कॉल कनेक्ट हो जाएगी ना तू मेरे को भेज दियो। वो बोलेगा हिंदी इंग्लिश, तो हिंदी के लिए दो दबा दियो बस तू, ठीक है? ये ले मोबाइल। अगर वो ऑप्शन आएगी ना, अभी जब कॉल आ जाएगी ना, अभी आएगी कॉल। ये लो, ये रिकॉर्डिंग भी पॉज नहीं हुई बीच में। चलो कोई बात नहीं। कॉल मिलेगी नहीं? योर कॉल हैज एंडेड, प्लेस अनदर कॉल। कॉल मी नाउ, ठीक है? कुछ जरूरत हो तो हाथ खड़ा कर लियो, ठीक है? So what I can say is, I was saying these are five numbers, so their sum must be greater than 300. What are the options greater than 300? These are rejected. All these numbers are less than 80. Had all of them been 85 numbers, if you add which are 80, you will get a sum of 400. So this is also not possible. This is the only possible option. If you still want, we can add it. 61, 79. I have 67, 73. What is their sum? This 70, 70, 140. This is again 70, 70, 140. 140 plus 140, 280. 280 plus 71 will give me 351. Okay, so that way the sum is 351. Which is the option? This is option number C, and I'm sure it must be clear to all of you. Let's move to the next one. Okay, dear students, let's look at the next question. N is the smallest three-digit prime number. When n is divided by 13, what will be the remainder? First of all, what is the smallest three-digit prime number? Smallest three-digit prime number. That will be what? That is 101. Now, if you divide 101 by 13, you will get what? 13 into 7 is 91. What is the remainder? 10. So the remainder is 10. Let's move to the next one. X, Y, Z are prime numbers and x plus y plus z is equal to 38. What is the maximum value of x? Look, x plus y plus z is equal to 38. See students, I know prime numbers are generally odd. If I do odd plus odd, that will be what? That will be odd. Getting it? If this is odd, and this is also odd. What will be the sum? The sum will be odd. If you add three odd numbers, then you will get an odd number. But this is even. So how will it happen? That is the third number. Let's say will have to be even. Now what happens is now the sum is even. Correct. Odd plus odd even. Even plus even even. So if this is even, this number becomes 2. Okay. Now what do I get? X plus y plus 2 is equal to 38. That way x plus y is equal to 36. Now, what is the maximum value of x? When can y be the maximum? See, let's try this maximum. Let's try 29. Okay. Try x is equal to 29. So that way 29 plus y is equal to 36. That means y is equal to 36 minus 29. That is equal to 7. So that way what I can say is y is equal to 7 is also prime. So everything is satisfied. That is 29, 7 and 2 all are prime. X maximum value. What is the maximum value of x? That is 29 is your answer. Option D. I'm sure it must be clear to all of you. Now let's take a very good question. This will test your concept. That is, have you got the concept or not? Which of the following is not a prime number? We have to determine which among them is not a prime number. What I'll do, I'll check the last digit. Last digit should not be 2, 4, 5, 6, 8 or 0. Okay, it is not. Fine. Now what I'll do, uh, let's check it by 3. What is the divisibility of rule of 3? You add all these. If the sum comes out to be 3 or a multiple of 3, then the number is divisible by 3. Here, if I add all these 1 plus 9 plus 7, you just divide by 3. That is, I can say 17. This is not divisible by 3. Now let's do that under root, or better directly under root it, so that you can grasp it easily. What is the under root of 197? It is 14.0 something. So what I will divide this 197 by all the prime numbers less than 14. Okay, what are the prime numbers less than 14? 2, 3, 5, 7, 11. I already told you 2 and 5 we don't need to divide. 3 also we don't need to divide if you just sum up the digits. Okay. See, I have okay. I have already told you the divisibility rule of 3 in the previous class. I still tell you, what you do is, for checking a number is divisible by 3, like this is a number 197. Suppose I take 313. To check 3, just remove the multiples of 3. Now what is 7? 1 and 7 is remaining, so it is 8. It is not divisible by 3. You take 3, 3. It is 1 remaining. 1 remainder, it is not divisible by 3. You take 4, 3, 9. These both are multiples of 3. 4 is remaining. It is not divisible by 3. 391, 3 removed, 9 removed. Again, 1 remainder. 1 is not divisible by 3. So none of the options is divisible by 3. I have already told you this. Now you don't even need to divide by 3. Let's divide by 7. 197 is not divisible by 7. Why? Because 197 is 196 plus 1. This is divisible by 7, but this is not divisible by 7. So This is not divisible by 7. 197 by 11. Let's divide one. What is the divisibility rule of 7? Sum of these two, subtract this. 8 minus 9, not a multiple of 11. 8 minus 9 is 1, minus 1. So again, not divisible by 11 also, not divisible by 7. So I can say 197 is prime. 313. What is the under root first of all? See, under root of 289. Root 289 is 17. So this must be 17 point something. When this is 17 point something, so this is 17 point something. So let's divide 313 by which numbers? 2, 3, 5. I told you we don't check these numbers. You just need to divide 7, 11, 13, 17. No other number. Okay. 313 divided by 7. I can say I can write 313 as 280 plus 33. This is not divisible by 7. Remove 313 if I divide by 11. Sum of these two is 6. 6 minus 1, 5. Not divisible, okay, by 11. 6 minus 1, 5. 5 is not a multiple of 11. Then I have 13. 313 if I write as 300 plus 13. 13 will divide this 13, but 13 won't divide 300. So this is also not divisible by 13. 313 divided by 17. What I can say is 313 is 340 minus 27. This is divisible by 17. This is not divisible by 17. So that way, this is not divisible by 17 also. So 313 is also a prime number. Let's take the other elder greater number is 391. Let's try 391. First of all, 391. What is under root 391? That will be 19 point something. Why? Because 19 square is equal to 361. 20 square is equal to 400. So this number 391 lies in between 19 and 20. Now, if I divide this 391 by, what is the list? 2, 3, 5, 7, 11 and 13 and last 19. 2, 3, 5, I don't need to check 7. 7, if I divide by this by 7, I will get 35, then 41. So this is not divisible by 7. 11. 4 minus 9 minus 5. Not divisible by 11. 391. I can write it 390 plus 1. This is divisible by 13. This is not divisible. So 13 is also not divisible. Let's come to 391 divided by 19. 391 I can write as 380 plus 11. This is divisible, but this is not divisible. So we have one more prime number which we didn't check, 17. 391 divided by 17. That will be 390. 17 into 34. Okay, how much? 51. 51, 17 into 3, 51. Yes, so it is divisible. So this number is divisible by 17. So that is how 391 is divisible by 17. Therefore, 391 is not prime. I know it was a bit tedious, but that is what I ought to teach you. That is why I am a teacher. I have to teach you. Okay, let's take one more of this type. Which of the following is not a prime? 731 227 461. See, first of all, the rule is 246805. None of them ends with 246805. That is the last. It has to be 1379. Nothing else. Okay. Then the other thing is, let's divide by 3. How to divide by 3? Just remove the 3's. 7 and 1, they add up to 8, not divisible by 3. 2 and 7, they add up to 9, remaining is 2. Divisibility rule of 3 is just remove the 3's or 9's. This is 9, I remove it. This is 2, not divisible by 3. Now we have remove this 3, 4 and 7 is 11, not divisible by 3. Remove this 6, 4 and 1 is 5, not divisible by 3. So none of them is divisible by 3. Now how will I approach? Let's start with the smallest number, 2 to 7. 2 to 7. What is the under root 2 to 7? The under root of 2 to 7 is 15 point something. So I will divide this number by 2, 3, 5, 7, 11 and 13. Let's divide 2 to 7 by 11. 7 plus 2, 9, 9 minus 2, 7, not divisible, okay. So it is not divisible, that's, then 11 is not divisible, okay, let's remove it. 13. 2 to 7 by 13, how will I do it? See, I know 221 is divisible by 13, let me show you how. 13, 97, 91 is divisible by 13, so it is not divisible by 13 also. So that's how I can say is not divisible by 13, is not divisible by any number, therefore is prime. This number is prime. Next, 3, 4, 7. What is the under root of 3, 4, 7? 18 point something. So I will try to divide this by 2, 3, 5. I don't need to check this. 7, 11, 13, 17. 3, 4, 7 divided by 7. 28, 67, 63. Not divisible by 7. Let's remove it. Okay. 3, 4, 7 by 11. 7 plus 3, 10. 10 minus 4 is 6. Not divisible. 3, 4, 7 by 13. 26, 87, 78, 9 remainder. Not divisible. 7 removed, 11 removed, 13 removed. Last. 3, 4, 7 by 13. I can write this as 340 plus 7. Oh, I'm sorry, by 17. Okay. By 17. So that will be 340 plus 7. This is divisible by 17. This is not divisible. So this is not divisible by 17. That way 347 is prime. Next option. If this turns out, then this is the answer. If it doesn't, then this is the answer. Okay. 461. We know 440. 21 square is 441. So this will be 21 point something. So I will check it by 7, 11, 13, 19. That's all. 461 by 7. I can say 42, 41 not divisible by 7. Then 4, 6, 1. Sum these two. 5 minus 6 minus 1 not divisible. 4, 6, 1 by 13. 13 into 3, 39. 71 not divisible. I am tired of not being divisible thing. Okay. Then 461 by 19. 38. 19 into 2, 38. This is 8, 1 not divisible by 19. So this is prime, this is prime, this is prime. So this must be your answer. If you still want to do it in detail, I will be happy to help. Look, 729 is what? 29 square. So 731 under root will be 29 point something. Okay. When this is 29 point something, so what I'll do, I will check by 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23, 29 by all these numbers. 731 by 7, I can read out as 700 plus. This is divisible by 7. This is not divisible. So not divisible. Okay. So it is not divisible by 7. 731. 7 plus 1, 8. 8 minus 3, 5. Not divisible by 11. 731 by 13. 13. 5 the 65. 81. Not divisible by 13. 731 by 17. 17 for the 68. How much is remaining? Now it appears to be divisible. 51 is remaining. 17 3 is 51. So this is divisible by 17. Hence, 731 is the number. Therefore, 731 is divisible by 17. Therefore, 731 is not prime. That is your answer. Okay, dear students. I hope it must be clear to all of you. Let's take a very interesting question, dear students. Product of all those prime numbers which are less than 30 is, students, this is genuinely a very lengthy question if you do by proper calculation. Just apply a bit of logic. Product of all the numbers which are less than 30, if I start by 2 3 5, then so on 7 11, so on, the moment I multiply a 2 and a 5, I get 10 into 3 into anything, into 7 into 11. So that way if I if I proceed, unit digit will be what? Unit digit will be 0. Why 0? Because this is multiplied by 10. So only option 2 is possible. Okay, only option number 2 is possible. I hope it's clear to all. So, my dear students, I'm sure that we have done enough number of questions and you must be very thorough with this concept. Whatever question, whatever sort of question comes on this topic, prime number, I'm sure you will be easily able to attempt them in one single go without wasting any time. The, what I mean to say is, you will be able to attempt the question in very limited time so that you can save more time for other questions. Okay, this was an easy topic and we will take all further topics and I'm sure that I'll make all the topics very easy for you. Okay, so one last thing, students, please focus on your studies. Don't waste your time. This is a very crucial time of your life. This is a very crucial period of your time. Study with full focus. All the best. Bye bye. Take care.